I'm sitting here with the band Pillars of Society, and I just love them. So tell me, when did you get the band going? Each one of you, tell me, one at a time.
Everybody around me had these great, big, huge successes, and I got tired of it. Not jealous, just I saw how they all got that way, and they're all a bunch of fucking brown nosers. So I started the band Pillars of Society, because they all think they're the pillars of society, aren't they? What? Well, a little maggot like me, a little termite like me is gnawing at the way at the bottom of the fucking pillars of society. They ain't nothing. I am.
Got to know him through his online music, and I used to make comments, and he made a few comments back. A couple arguments later, says he was starting a band and another band, and I said, hey, I play guitar, I want in. Didn't take long to decide that we were so much like each other, almost like identical twins type, you know?
Well, I never played bass before. And they needed a bass player because no other bass player had the balls. So the record taught me how to play bass. Been there ever since.
I was working at the pharmacy at Walmart. Bass player comes up and tries to get some illegal scripts from me. I couldn't do it. We shot the shit a little bit. Says he needed a drummer. I said, I play the drums. Next thing you know it, I'm in a band, Pillars of Society.
Well, I think it's great. The first time I saw you, it was breathtaking, and I knew you were my favorite band then. But, do you get a lot of women now? Huh? Do you? Really?
We get a hell of a lot less more women. It's like they run from us when we hit the stage. But I don't care, because I'm going to remain pure for the art and the way of life. Not going to let a woman try to get in the middle of what I'm doing. I mean, if a woman comes my way, I'll deal with it. I'll give her the time. But as soon as she's trying to change and tune my guitar, she's gone.
Well, it's summer outside and I'm feeling stone cold. I feel like a slave that ain't never been sold. In the pits of hell, couldn't get me warm. It's summer outside, I feel like a block of ice. Give me some fire, I jump in, I would not think twice. It's pits of hell that cannot keep me warm. I said the summer outside and I didn't know. Feel like a slave, never been sold. Not even the pits of hell can make me warm.
Pillars of Society is a wonderful band, and while y'all listen, they happen to write all the material on the spot, which is considered improvising, and it's amazing.
The constraints of practicing and doing the same thing over, it's boring, I can't take it. I won't even be there, I'd quit and get a real job, you know. But we design it so we just make our parts up on the spot. And we've done it enough to where sounds like we've been working on these things for years. But no, as it hits your ears is how we thought of it. It's always been that way for Pillars of Society.
Just when I thought I could count on you, I should have known better, and I did. That it was just right under the skin. How shallow you can be. me.
One time, Carcass came by the studio. Found him over at a bar. He was playing. It got rough, and he needed to hide because everybody in the bar was looking, I guess, to kill him or something. And while he was there, we were in the middle of doing this song, and we let him hide out, and he helped us with this song. It's an old video. Check this one out.
Well, looks like Pillars of Society put a restraining order on me. It's true, but I still love them. They're my favorite band.
Everybody, look at me. I'm like you. Can't you see? But oh no, this is deep rooted. My mind, it's a bit polluted. Polluted by you. Polluted by them, they, us, and our. And you know who you are. This far. Look at you. I see you sitting there. Yeah, I'm well aware. I'm coming down to give you my stare. And when I come down, you must beware.
You know what? I didn't care about that dang restraining order. I still stalked their asses. I took pictures and kept them in. Well, anyway, so I decided to maybe they want to forgive me. And so I asked to be interviewed again, and I got no response. So I sent this here video of myself, and
I want cheap horse.
I've got a little dough, I've got a little bread, I've got a little dough, I've got a little bread, I've got a little dough, I need
I
a
want
cheap
cheap horse.
I've got a little dough, I've got a little bread, I've got a little dough, I've got a little bread, I've got a little dough, and I've got a little bread, and I need a cheap
I want cheap horse.
I've got a little bread, and I've got a little dough, I've got a little bread, and I've got a little dough, I've got a little bread, and I've got a little dough, I've got a little bread, and I need a cheap
I want cheap horse.
Wrong radio show was fabulous. Just simply fabulous.
Sorry to interrupt today's broadcast. Sorry to interrupt the show, but there's been a special news bulletin that the Pillars of Society was arrested today on several charges starting riots. The streets were filled with rioters. It got nasty. Cities all over the world. Special counselors all over the world are forming a new agency to control this task of this breakout of rioting around the globe, all by this band called the Pillars of Society. If you know any information of their whereabouts, please let us know. Call the hotline number or call the local authorities, and do not, and I repeat, do not go near them. They are highly dangerous. Are we on? Okay. Yes, okay. So please, what you need to do is call the number broadcast on the screen if you should encounter any of them. Call Interpol or your local police and your mount.
It was devastating destruction. It was elevating evil. Just pure, disgusting destruction. Evilated and betrayed all those who was in its path. The pillars of society, they wreak havoc across this land. They were the scourge of the earth, the fire of the soot. They were the end game of all. So what was the future of mankind? Nobody knew. But all we can do is just rebuild the ruins that was left behind from the pillars of society, which crumbled and fell like the days of old behind us, and a dark path past of a nightmare that we forgot about.
Just listen, there's one thing I want to say before you make a decision. It took hundreds of years to start rebuilding from the rubble that the pillars of society had left behind in their wake. Slowly rebuilding, the human race had one last chance to build itself back from what the pillars of society had bestowed upon the planet. And eventually, they were able to build back nearly close to where they had it before the pillars of society took the stage. And then literally took the world. But soon, everything was back to normal. Crooked politicians were making shady deals right out in the daylight. Smiling in our faces right on the television sets once again. The earth was back to normal, the shithole it was, and they erected huge buildings. And the sky, once again, did...
She was a prostitute. She was the best at what she do. Stray bullet, shattered lead. On the street corner, it struck her dead. She'd always look out for all the other girls. She was a living legend in the prostitute world. She was like Mother Teresa Hooker, the best at what she did and quite the looker. But now she is gone, like it never rained and it killed your lawn. But now she is gone, just a senseless,
Satan's pawn.